from Luna, but they also participate much earlier in mid-game team fights.
And then they go for the Furin. So you see from Quincy's ban, Darkseer and Nightstalker, heroes that want to kind of push your team forward. And we've seen other teams so far, and again, Fnatic as a great example, even though as a support, it's a hero that plays lane pretty well. These ranged supports, be it Phoenix, be it Lion, they do not like walking into the trees that Furin creates, and you can never bully the hero behind. So an off-lane Furin in this position will be able to remove the support factor of laning phase, and whatever carries picked here, they need to be able to muscle up into this area. Like, is Sven available? I didn't see the ban. Okay, they go Kunkka. So it's going to be the monkey carry, right, in this situation, and then the Kunkka mid.
And it's gonna be Quinn Kunkka and Yabara the Monkey King. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nyx Assassin on the side of OG actually quite decent in dealing with the Kunkka, no?
To some degree, you can cancel the combos, but we just saw how Kunkka, if you have a good lane against Void Spirit, you go farm efficient, you rush that BKB, you can mitigate the nuisance of OG, and that's where OG, they need to make sure they don't lose that mid lane, because if this Kunkka does run around freely with the map, with a BKB, Fury won't do anything, Luna won't do anything, so none of OG's lineup will be able to deal with a BKB to some degree until Luna has the farm, until the Furin has the farm.
Alright guys, it is time to get this series on the way. It's time for game one of OG Quincy Crew. First though, we're going to head over to Jake, who's standing ready with the coach of Quincy Crew, Kezu.
Dude, I love this game so much, man.
Yay! Where am I?
Normally.
You talking to me?
Welcome everyone, the battle to the death here, Lacoste, as Quincy Crew take on OG in the lower bracket. What's your first read on this draft?
Just by looking at the heroes, we can expect OG to run at Quincy Crew. The panel talked about how they are going to need something to drag the team fights once the BKBs are up, but I see a lot of big cooldowns on these Quincy Crew heroes. So yeah, OG, they're known to go in and just keep the pressure going, especially when you see this like Phoenix ulti on cooldown. You know there's Wukong's command down. We're gonna have an extremely interesting match with a lot of kills post 10-minute mark, because OG, looking at the lineup, you know, it's Luna, so that means that they're going to be grouping around early on. You have this Prophet coming up from the position 3, which means that he's going to get a lot of farm. Nyx Assassin scouting things out from Invis and Thompson on his signature Void Spirit.
So Quincy Crew going to have to pick their moments more carefully. Much more delicate draft for them, whereas OG, like you say, it's their play style, it's their drafting style. They run at you non-stop and they force errors from their opponents as we get ourselves into game one of this best of 3. Already smoked up, Quincy Crew looking to try and defend that mid lane, get as much
we already
intel
get
as
the
we can. Right there. And there it is, that straight up D-ward from N0tail, a signal of intent from OG already. And Saksa, well, he's making a nice little home for himself here in that triangle, forcing Quincy Crew away.
30 seconds.
Now they know that there is no ward, so they could potentially make a turnaround play, backstab potentially from the high ground, have the vision advantage. Quincy Crew approaching MSS and Leslau.
Yeah, reclaim their territory, kick them out. No more squatting by OG up in that triangle, as we do have that little Monkey King disguised as a courier. And some treants there as well, but Yawar, he's not going to give this zone up without a bit of a scrap. Gets a couple of hits onto Saksa. And it does allow Quincy Crew to get 3 of those first 4 bounty runes.
Slay together, slay together, slay together.
And that was after OG started with some very aggressive pushes forward. So Thompson, your Void Spirit in the mid lane, facing off against Quinn's Kunkka. Which way do you lean in this kind of melee versus melee matchup?
There's going to be a lot of harassment coming out from Kunkka. Thompson will need to bring extra sustain. I expect supports to come around and protect the 2 and 4 minute water rune. So we'll see who makes the first move. There's going to be a lot of harassment, as I mentioned, on the Void Spirit, the Cleave, and you also have a bit of an absorb damage from Resonant Pulse coming out from the Void Spirit.
Oh, N0tail already with a double stun. Are they going for this? Can he body block MSS? He's forced the Fairy Fire and a good impale. Will at least keep Sumail away. The threat of OG already beginning, but there's Quinn, like you said, harassing and chipping away at Thompson. I think that mid lane, once we get to 6-7 minutes, the panel said it as well, both of these players a little more sacrificial in terms of how much farm they soak up on the map, much more focused on playing aggressively and starting team fights.
I feel like whoever gets 6 in this matchup will just go extremely ham. There's a lot of, pride on the line. You might need to knock out OG. You might knock out OG out of TI. So there's a lot of stuff happening in the heads of these players right now. Back to the bottom lane. Lucid Beam, it got there, so it's now level 1, 9 seconds instead of the 6 seconds before. So a bit of a nerf to Luna's laning stage. Still very strong laner.
Absolutely is, yeah. 7-3 on that CS. Sitting pretty up near the top, and N0tail. Oh, he's being a busybody, throwing stuns onto Laslau.
Needs to be careful, still level 1 on that Nyx.
He's got nice base regen though, and like with the Tango going, 13 HP a second. So he'll be just fine.
For a second I thought you were doing math, Gary, then I checked it and it's showing on screen. I'm like, how's this guy so correct?
Oh, Thompson!
Oh,
careful, buddy!
With the Fairy Fire.
He had the backup of Saxa coming as well. And they will bully Quinn away from lane, but there are water runes to be gathered up. Man, these punches from the ET just keep on coming. Well, it looks like MSS a little worse for wear in that bot spot. And will have to wander back and sell themselves back up to full. Man, these Tidebringer hits onto Thompson. Every time we look into mid.
It's a lot of damage, but there is potentially a turnaround play, or Seb could TP with his Nature's Prophet, deal a couple of extra hits, which could make the difference there.
Yeah, such a great aspect of Nature's Prophet, that ability to dogpile onto people.
And now we see Kunkka.
Oh,
This is his ability. One of the ways to dominate the lanes. Back to Fountain, bottle, full HP, full mana. Didn't talk too much about the top lane. We see Yawar on Monkey King, 11 CS. Seb, how's he doing?
I mean, it's a Nature's Prophet against a Phoenix support, right? So he's continually hitting them.
It's very hard. They don't deal well with the summoned units. And Saxa, he also managed to, leave some XP for Seb on the top lane, checking out the rune for Thompson.
Thompson dragged back into the Torrent. Quinn's gonna pummel him a little bit here, but again, no real kill threat. Just putting him in that threshold where the potential for him to die is there. And like you said, of course, forcing him to bring out some more salves as Saxa decided that top lane, he's had enough. He will return full HP, full mana, and potentially, bottle refill mid, right, with a TP.
Yeah, because Thompson needs it. Thompson right now sitting at 20% HP. Saxa, hurry up, where are you at?
Please, bro, come out and refill my bottle. There it is.
And we're gonna see a water rune being picked up, use the bottle. Kunkka trying to stack the small camp meanwhile, and we'll pick up the bottom water rune. And
that allows that Void Spirit to stay in the lane, stay in the game. Pretty even in terms of CS between the two of them, but Luna really now becoming that forerunner with 13 denies as well.
That's a lot of denies, Gary.
That's a lot, isn't it? It's been down to N0tail's hard work, continually pushing back the Magnus and the Lion. Go on, high-five him.
N0tail was expecting a lot more harassment, a lot more aggression coming out from the Quincy's off lane. He brought 2 healing salves, so Luna should be very confident in surviving, and also has 12 magic wand charges, so I don't think they can bring her down. There's going to need to be a rotation from Kunkka to actually kill Sumail early on.
Yeah, maybe even the Kunkka and the Phoenix. We'll see what happens. Monkey King, of course, notoriously a faster position 1 hero than some of the others, can get involved early on. We'll see what Yawar will get done in these opening moments of game 1. MSS contending with that pull across. As it's been a bit quiet up top, right? Saxa and Seb, they've had Saxa move into mid, roaming around a bit, helping to TP and fill that bottle. Does leave Seb to lap up all of that leftover experience and gold, and he's doing a big down well for himself now with a Sprout.
Oh,
the
you
body
need to be
blocks.
careful where the body
Atreus in
blocks.
front. Can they chase down this Monkey King?
Oh, it was close. It's that tree in
Combo
front
mid
of it.
though. Quinn's having a crack onto Thompson. Ah, he's got the step. Astral step to jump away.
No one can go back and refill the bottle for Thompson, so he will need to go back to base and TP to a lane, potentially TP to one of the side lanes, because I see N0tail running down the mid lane, which means that he will be trying to soak up some experience. Hex on N0tail.
Where's the
but
root?
there is no follow-up.
Illusion for MSS. So that means no bottle refills. As OG bringing 2 supports into mid as well. They're really trying to... Oh, Seb. Oh, good Sprout. Yoa cuts through the trees. He's got that Jingu going. One more touch. It's LOA.
LOA getting the first blood. Like, this is very important. Usually you would want to give it to Yovar if that's possible, but still getting a kill in your position. 5 Phoenix means quite a lot. And also he got a decent amount of levels. Level 4.5, 6 minutes in on your position 5 is not too bad.
A kill is a kill. Secure it one way or the other. Good skewer. As Laslau gets himself away from the grasps of OG.
It's very hard for bottom lane to trade Sumail. 3 points in Lunar Blessing, which means 25 damage. Oof. So Nyx sitting at 80 damage per hit. Laslau a bit low on HP. Has that Helm of Iron Will, which he will turn, of course, into Helm of the Dominator, something that has been popular throughout the group stage and the main event, where you can do a lot of stuff. You know, we've seen some cookies into Centaur Stomps, Empowered Creep, and also scouting things out for a potential, you know, if they want to climb the uphill, you can stack with it, and overall just a decent item.
It's so powerful.
Very powerful, Gary.
Very reminiscent of that Centaur build, right? The Ring of Health, no items, just rush Ring of Health via Vanguard. Similar from a lot of these offlaners nowadays.
Oh, thank God we're staying away from that.
We're away from that,
yeah. Now Helm is the new Ring of Health.
It is. It absolutely is. Seb going to be jungling a little bit. He's got his TP ready in 10 seconds. Treads and the Blightstone. So potential here for any kill to be converted into an objective if they're able to get on top of Quincy.
Once Seb gets level 6, they're going to start to play a bit more aggressive on the side lanes, because there is a ton of damage coming out from Breath of Nature. LOA.
Well, he finds Seb.
Dive is ready.
He can get away from this, but he's been stomped up. Do they want to finish off the Phoenix? It's going to be a difficult task, isn't it? Meanwhile, mid. Sumail's made his way in there. Backed up by MSS. Quinn will get away, and LOA also diving out of the reach of OG.
I love this from Quinn. I check his quick buy, straight BKB after Phase Boots. Understand they have nothing that goes through spell immunity, no magic immunity, so it's gonna be very, very tough for them.
And that fits his role in the team as well, right? That chaos creator, the action maker, so he'll be able to run around from a very early point.
As Panel talked about, a bit of a sacrificial. Mid sometimes sacrifices his own farm, so Yovar and the offlane can get more.
And also, it's indication of how fast they want to play, right? Because we've seen this build quite a lot. The double bracer into the BKB. Are they going to find him? Oh, yeah, they will. Yoar, this time allowed to pick up the kill as bottom. The tier 1 being dived. Quinn's here with an X-Mark in towards N0tail, turning him up, and Shockwave back. He does get out of Carapace, so delaying the move the Quincy crew are making. The trouble being, he's being skewered around and destroyed by Quinn, while LOA is going to try to TP away, but Seb and Thompson are both there.
A lot of action happening. There's going to be a ton of pressure on the bottom lane. They even glyph, like the value that they get from this glyph is stopping the mid push and also keeping their creeps bottom alive. I don't think there's enough for OG to stop the bottom push.
Sumail is wide out in the open. He's going to get comboed here by MSS and Quinn. Thompson's trying to backstab and Sumail will survive. MSS hiding behind the trees, but they're broken by Seb, who sprouts him up. Pops his stick, but that's never enough. Quinn is going to get stopped here. He slept up and his courier's died. A nice impale from N0tail and 4 heroes. OG bring the numbers.
Oh, they brought the numbers on a mid lane. They wanted to respond. They saw their bottom tier 1 tower falling. They bring the numbers on a mid lane. They get 2 kills for Thompson.
Conversion into the tower as well.
And they get the tower. Thompson even gets the last hit on the tower. Double damage picked up, so that means that they're going to be playing even more aggressive right now. This is the lineup that does not rely on any of the cooldowns. They find the juicy stack.
They do. Not only finding kills mid, taking the tower, but stealing the stacks. Unable able to get the Ancients just yet, but I believe Sumail will be eyeing it up in short order. Right now, he's up top. Should be able to clear through his own triangle, but oh, it looks like Ancients have been blocked by that sentry ward, though.
They need to devord it, because Luna would definitely love to spend a lot of time right now in a triangle. Mask of Madness is available. Moonglave's about to be maxed out. Also, I like what I see from Thompson. Kaya, straight into Saj. You're playing into so many stuns, especially Lion, so you're going to reduce that duration.
The X-Mark, the Lion Hex. Such a great build there for him. No need for the Yule Scepter. No need to rush the Aghanims in this kind of game. And it's much more of the carry-oriented build, right? It's less of the early game, that Kaya Sanj, more of that mid-game build.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary to go for Yules. It's good for breaking up the combo. MSS.
See ya. Good two-man torrent, though. Quinn is here, trying to fight along with LOA, but they don't have Supernova just yet. The Centaur stop. Lelis buying a bit of space here for his squad. N0tail, he's not even going to die. The Nyx is out of there while Thompson...
LOA's level 5 only.
He's cutting into that Phoenix. Oh, dominating streak for Thompson, but he's going to be losing his life for this. The Monkey King arrives in Yawar. Slices him in half.
Yeah, they went a bit too deep. Yawar joins the fight. They get the kill on Thompson. For Quincy, they don't have the level 6 on their supports. Finally, Lion buys the tome. Finger is available. Unfortunately, LOA still not level 6.
If they have Supernova there, at least they try and force OG away from the fight. But not having such a vital teamfight ultimate really hurting Quincy crew. 11 minutes in. The Magnus Helm creep. That's roaming around with MSS. That vision, the scouting capabilities, showing off where OG are lurking.
Sumail is swinging it out. Someone needs to unblock the Ancients because he lost quite a lot of farm from this. And they also might need to spend 2 sentries to unblock it. There's the one. It's in range.
Are they going to find it?
It's not in range, Gary. Never mind.
Meanwhile, Dire. Yeah, there's that observer, that sentry wall that N0tail's looking for. Meanwhile, Dire, the Monkey King, empowered up, is clearing through some stacks of his own. Already has the Echo Saber. Not too far behind his counterpart. You expect Luna to really race ahead, but that empower is going to allow the Monkey King kit to keep tabs on her in terms of net worth.
If they did not block that Ancient Camp, Luna would be at 7k. Smoke from Quincy.
LOA now level 6. Whoever the X-Mark is pretty dead, and it's going to be Seb. Diving in, they'll throw the boat at him, and Seb, there is no escape from this. They've even got a Centaur to stomp him up.
Centaur even helps out. Also, Kunkka used both Ship and Torrent with the Arcane Rune.
So N0tail body blocking that? Oh, yes, he is. Cheeky.
Funny business. When you play position 5 Nyx Assassin, I like what he's doing. Maxing out the Carapace, lowering the cooldown, increasing the duration. 2 points in Impale is more than enough.
Yeah.
We'll see if he decides to get just a valuable point in mana burn. Position 5 Nyx, you're more of a sacrificial 5. You want to go in. Carapace, even though it sounds like it's an easy spell to use, it's actually one of the hardest one in terms of, yeah, you press the button.
It's a skill shot.
It really is. Because if you misuse it, then you put yourself in a really bad spot. And most likely you're going to die.
I mean, I'm looking at Quincy crew right now, Lacoste. Green lights across the board. What do you want them to do? They've got all their ultimates. They seem fight ready.
They have Magnus. This is their big timing. Magnus, RP available with the blink. Now it's time to take a fight. Dobson already using the Simulate.
Yeah, they will kick it off onto the Void Spirit. Yastral steps away and the boat doesn't land. Saxon's there with a nice Earth Splitter. Wukong's command has ended. OG, they weather the storm. 2 ultis down.
That's exactly what they needed to do. They want to prolong the fight, whereas the blink skewer. Less loud thinking about it, but there is no tier 1 tower.
Yeah, biding his time.
While all this is happening, Luna is just farming the triangle right now. That sentry ward.
It lasted way too long.
They cannot find it.
They're still there. I guess N0tail did get a bit of revenge, body blocking one of the spawns on this Dire side of the map. And Saxa, yet again, planting his flag in this triangle.
N0tail just memeing, look at me, I'm the sentry now.
Oh, that's what he's up to. Oh yeah, he's not moving around, he's just staying up there.
If you can take any pressure off the map for Luna to get her BKB, this is the big timing for OG. Once you get that Orchid, which is available on Nature's Prophet, and getting closer to the BKB, they don't necessarily need to rush things.
Vitally important. And it's a bit of a step away from what we know and love and expect from OG, but here's LOA getting a high ground ward down. Sees Seb, but Saxa is going to stomp this, not landing it. The TP was far too quick. As they aim for Sumail instead, Leslau, he gets the RP down, and Sumail half HP, there's no way out, is there? Eclipse and one, there may be a turn with No-Tail arriving, he doesn't land the stun!
Misses the stun, Shockwave in a second.
Can they get Sumail with the next mark? They surely can, but they TP in with Thompson arriving. They get back onto Yuan, they blow the Monkey King in a one-for-one trade.
Oh, nice
gets
play.
a double blow.
That's a really good trade for Quincy. They managed to kill 3 of OG members while only losing the Monkey King, and Quinn's getting big. That's his BKB getting delivered. Sumail maybe expected a bit earlier help there from Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
Even if Nyx lands the stun, Kunkka was still coming from the south, so he still dies. Dobson picking things out. Quinn a bit too hard to kill. Might try to poke with possible Nature's Prophet, try to get the BKB charge off.
Even with these moves though, the net worth dead even between the two squads. The control of the map doesn't feel like it's edging one way or the other just yet.
Both teams playing very carefully right now. That was a good move from Quincy, picking off OG's carry. Scouting a Roche.
But now it's a waiting game.
Red light, green light, Gary.
That's the game they're playing, Lacoste.
There are no green dots, only one on Monkey.
Yeah.
So OG trying to use this as their advantage. Quincy Crew will definitely defend this.
They have to.
Try to poke, maybe delay it.
They do get a tower mid. And that will force OG to come back and try and stand off against them, but No-Tail. Missing the impale on LOA means no kill. Dire even scanning the Roche pit there. But the ability now for OG to TP Seb top, apply pressure on the opposite side of the map is something that Quincy Crew are always going to have in their mind. Especially, ooh, do we go on this Phoenix? Because Leslau is here, gets a skewer.
Good carapace.
Yeah, good carapace. Does stop any kind of skewer play after the shockwave. And again, we return to our sides of the river. But if there's any team that understands this Nature's Prophet and the ability to split push and control the game, it's got to be Quincy Crew with Leslau, right?
Quincy will strike right now. They need to be pushing out the lanes to have them in good position. Monkey King disassembled. Echo Saber now has a BKB. We'll go back once again for that Echo Saber because it's too valuable item, but now they have 2 BKBs ready and the Blink Dagger on Mag. We still have not seen RP being used, so looking forward to that. Seb being pinged out.
That's the target they want to go for. Immediate TP, but in comes the RP. Bring down the Prophet. No more pesky Seb pushing out these lanes, as it looks like OG are rallying down in that bottom lane, still considering what kind of fight they can bring out here. They spot the Phoenix. Elder Titan Spirit with a Vendetta stun mid-air, they catch him.
Meanwhile, Forest on the mid lane, full combo.
They're gonna get him. They found him. Quinn and MSS pair up to look for Sumail, but the BKB not enough. Thompson backstabs MSS, but he doesn't have any backup.
Oh, this is gonna cost OG quite a lot. Luna getting picked off twice and also using a BKB charge.
Feels bad for Sumail. That's a couple of deaths in a row where not really accomplishing anything otherwise. Yeah, torrented, stunned, hexed, and dies. So a good turn of events here for Quincy Crew. Again, you said that's their moment to strike. Use a couple of ultimates, get a couple of kills, and then calm things down. Return to farming with that empowered Monkey King, and even the empowered Kunkka, if he gets it. For now, relying on the Tidebringer for his farming. Thompson hungry for that Helm creep. And even looking into the Dire jungle here, but not able to see any heroes. They will get a couple of D-wards though on that Obs and Sentry. And that's Roshan control, isn't it? Looking to really dominate the area around
Yeah,
the pit.
they want to have vision around the Roche pit because their heroes are really good at taking it. You have Nature's Prophet with Treants taking it up. You have Luna.
Good stop.
BKB is available once again.
Gil doesn't have mana for stun. Earth Splinter's in, but LOA has the Supernova. It feels like OG were just trying to bait it out. No Tail will give his life for one of those ultis of Quincy Crew. They do get a root on this. Elder Titan though is Saxa. He's got nowhere to run. OG can't hide. He's being run at by Quincy Crew. The Wukongs. It's arrived.
Hex is available.
Thompson. 3 quick kills. Quincy Crew asserting their dominance. They're charging forward.
Quincy Crew just bringing the numbers. They're doing a very good job protecting their heroes. They don't have the best Roche taking lineup, so they need to chill a bit. Maybe once their AC is up, so that's gonna buff him up, give a bit more minus armor.
As long as we stay positive.
And now biding their time for those ultis to come up again. What's the... Oh, Seb. Sprouts. Yoar. Silences the Monkey
That's
King.
not gonna help
but he's
him.
dying 1v1. Yoar's Monkey King. That Dire Observer went a little deeper. Knowing that Seb was coming. Allows them to set up on the Prophet. And again, it's Quincy Crew. Beautifully done.
Yawar's game read so far has been excellent. Joining the fights when it's necessary, jumping from 3 to 3, playing around the Magnus to give him that empower, staying on top of the network. His item build also very standard stuff, I would say, in this situation when there's so much at the stake. BKB once again going for that Echo Saber, and the next item is Scotty.
Yeah, and in comparison to Sumail we just saw there, Yawar doing much better across the board. Top net worth on the Monkey King.
Under attack.
Far more kills. Far more game impact, like you're mentioning. Quinn. If anybody walks up that ramp, there he is. Oh, they'll know there's a bit of vision. Tapped by the Wrath of Nature. Quinn is such a difficult target to go on now with his BKB.
They cannot burst him down. They just don't have the tools. They will need to possibly lock him with the Nyx Assassin into ET Stomp, into Remnant, which is going to be very hard to deal with. You need to bring the numbers, you need to group around, and this is where Magnus Lion could make a counterplay. Also Phoenix level 12 on your position 5 has level 2 ulti. They don't have the egg hitters. If they can kill Luna or disable her, egg is not gonna be killed.
Yeah, like who does it come down to then? Sam has to do it, but Sam has to be, oh, the quick BKB. Very fast on the fingers. Let's get a little stun of the Monkey King here. Sleeping the Magnus, and Carapace back, but MSS with a Hex. A bit of back and forth with a 2-man stun, and Supernova in the back. They're gonna find them. Sumail has to BKB and run, but Laszlo has the RP. Gorgeous stuff from Quincy Crew. They're gonna keep going for more. Seb, his X-Mark dragged back, he's dead. Quincy Crew has their number. Saxa and Thompson try and turn around onto Quinn. No teleport back for this, but Yawar with a triple kill.
Thompson needs to be careful. Only the Simulate is available. Nice
Gets away from the stun, and a double kill will be his. But another torrent's there for an ultra. Yawar's Monkey King.
As long as we stay positive.
9-1-5.
He's just too powerful to deal with. They need to prolong the team fights. Even though they need to keep fighting and lower the BKB durations, it's gonna become much easier for OG to take a fight. They just don't have the tools right now to deal with this overfarmed Monkey King and Kunkka.
1,000 gold. I like that. Very aesthetically pleasing. 1,111.
Phoenix surviving, as we mentioned, it's very hard to kill him. Shard was available, so that means a Supernova. Sunray during the Supernova, we're gonna see that again.
And he was on that high ground, right? Just above the staircase when he got his egg off. He backs all the way up, knowing that they want to fight here. Even under OG vision.
That was such a good impale there from Lion, Earth Spike.
And there's the finish. Goes in for that RP. And Yawar, even when his BKB ends, he just knows that they've got them on the run. Great ability just to keep on running forward and battle. I mean, Thompson, there's just nothing he can do. He just dissimulates to try and get away from the stun, but that's it. Gets a double kill and bails away. OG feeling a bit worse for wear the way these fights have been going.
Sumail getting closer to Shard. This is the build on Luna that we've seen in the main stage.
They found Seb again.
There's too much damage.
DD Rune Kunkka slaughtering him. Yes, you'll find MSS and LOA, but Sumail is gonna run. Sucks up. Battling back onto Quinn. The X-Mark forces the BKB. A nice stomp in there, but Quinn has one of his own. The Shining Golden God is chasing No-Tail now. Quincy got to be a little bit careful though.
Need to pull back. You are BKB's available.
Thompson's got a lot left in the tank, but you're right, there's Wukongs, there's BKB on that Monkey King, and potential buybacks from Quincy's supports.
Luna just hit level 18, so that means more beams coming out from her. Getting closer to that shard. Even though it got nerfed, it's still a very good shard. We've seen in the previous series where there was a Crystallis and also Aghanim shard, or the one before.
Hello.
Now inside the pit.
Hello. That's an Assassin who's got a carapace on the two of them with a two-man stun to go along with it. Laslow's blown up. Oh, Quincy crew, they thought they were making a move.
He's getting one.
OG to turn it back on them. They get the Luna though. Magnus for Luna doesn't feel so bad.
Saksa in a very bad spot, trying to get out.
Little stomp there, but they'll scout him out.
This fight is over for OG. Thompson thinking about going back in again.
He's got No-Tail there, but High Ground Vision spots Thompson coming in. He's under the outpost, and they know exactly what he's up to. Arcane Rune already used up. Thompson would love to have a bit of a scrap.
I think playing a bit of a dangerous game here.
And he's looking towards MSS.
First silence, second silence into Remnant.
But now what? Dissimulate away, try and run and hide.
Fight might be over for OG, but it's not over for Thompson. Still thinking about going in once again. Arcane Rune available.
And No-Tail playing on this dire side of the map. He's scouting, he's looking for anyone that's lurking. We'll get a D-Ward as well. But Thompson's there. This pairing just finding kill after kill, or do they? But both turn around with Quinn arriving. They kill off the Phoenix, but now Quinn will chase down No-Tail. Oh, he doesn't want to go for it. He's so afraid of what's lurking in the shadows.
Too afraid of the bug? It's very hard for him to play. It's like solo kill the Nyx Assassin. There's always going to be this fear of carapace, and he does not have any invis and any reveal.
And here's your mark, that full up Skadi.
Top tower is under attack.
Next up, the Basher in the quick buy for him. Quincy crew will have their ultimates already pretty soon, but OG knows there is a window here. 3 heroes smoked, Thompson one of them. After the Aghanim Scepter, heading into E-Blade, looking for that magic nuke damage, but also saves, right? The damage from Quincy crew, heavy physical from Monkey, Kunkka, and the Magnus.
Potentially there is a turnaround. Once he picked up that Aghanim Scepter, started playing a bit more aggressively. 2 supports, they don't have any kind of defense tools, so he will need to jump the back lines. Try to burst the Phoenix, play with the Nyx Assassin, who can provide the vision. Well, smoke from Quincy.
OG 3 hero smoke, Quincy respond with 5. The entirety of OG though up in that top lane, soft pushing it with a Treants, scouting with No-Tail's Nyx.
Also bought Gem, so they can see Nyx Assassin. He's been very annoying. Historically, any Hex, Shaman, Lion were always powerful against the Nyx Assassin. Can't use that carapace.
Catch him before he can turn your damage back onto you.
Dire's top tower is under
Great to Treants. Gonna whack away at that top tier 3. Quincy crew not having any of that though. They are straight into the Roche pit.
Now they have 3 BKBs. Even Leslau finished his.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And there's no contact here from OG. They know what's happening.
Showing up. They need to know something fishy is happening.
They just get the Aegis for free. Top tier 3 is half HP. But OG don't get the finish. They want to fight this still though, even with the Aegis in hand. OG, Quinn nearly blown up. Can they take him down? Oh, get it.
Yes, they can.
Kunkka's gone. No-Tail traded out. They right back on Quinn. Great boundless strike though from Yoar. Picks up Sumail. And straight back onto the ET. Fake pump the RP. Laslow didn't even need it.
Dire's bottom
There
tower
was
is
like
falling.
no way they go into that fight and kill Monkey King twice. The BKB, the Aegis on him, he's just too powerful. Level 23 right now. They need to be very aware how strong he is. They didn't even use 3 ultis. There's still 3 green dots on top of the screen for Quincy.
Yeah. Like at the very end of that, Laslow was like, do I have to? Now I can hold my RP for
Radiant's
next
middle
fight.
tower is under
4
attack.
minutes left at Aegis too.
Quinn expended his buyback. I don't think it's that costly. Still, OG cores are keeping up in terms of net worth.
And the longer we drag this game out, the more efficacy this Prophet has in the ability to split push lanes, control that map, and do physical damage. He's got Witchblade, Orchid, heading into Shadowblade. He is becoming another carry hero.
No-Tail scouting him out.
Hello. Bit of monkey business. Hello, he's behind him.
And they need to protect Luna. They need to have some kind of protection. Nyx Assassin finally finishes his item. That
The
difference. Nice Carapace.
Spirit on top of him. He's going to get stomped up here. Sumail, he's waiting for his moment. And there's Thompson blinking in the back of the RP on the Luna. They catch her out.
Inside the
Wukongs, and down you go. MSS is go-scepted up, and they're going to find another one. Quincy Crew with another couple of quick kills. Beautiful execution. And with Quinn coming in, they do stomp him to stop the combo. But Yawar is so strong.
He's out of everything to simulate the big AoE, but still, he's gonna drop.
Gets that streak away from Thompson. Luna and the Void Spirit both dead. Massive kills here and a monumental victory for Quincy Crew.
Laslow, not even flinching, not thinking about it twice. He sees Luna, RP straight away, skewer back inside the Wukong's command. There is too much damage coming out from the Monkey King. Still 2.5 minutes left on it. They're gonna go for the high ground push. There is Kata, and there is also an Alpha Wolf.
Oh yeah, and a couple of shard golems as well. Go on, little buddies. Get up to the high ground and
Laslow does not want to micro the Alpha Wolf, just presses move on Monkey King. Now Wolf, you know, still in.
Meanwhile, top lane.
Oh, No-Tail needs to be careful.
He does. He tries here on the Monkey. They silence him up. All that damage. Where did his HP go? Aegis gets popped out, and top lane, I think, has lost a tower, denied by the Lion, as you are. Well, BKB TP, so an even trade.
As long as we stay positive, we'll win.
Yeah, just keep it out. Did not want to risk anything. He knows there are no BKB piercing abilities. It gets out immediately. I always feel BKB, you know, I'm never going to get used to BKB going from 10 seconds to 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Because it feels like what chocolate factories are doing and like chips.
I'm sorry, what?
You pay the same price nowadays, but you get the less, you know, amount from it.
Oh, you're paying for air in the bags,
Yeah,
aren't you?
pretty much.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. I mean, back in our day, we could sell BKB and buy a new one, Lacoste.
Yes, we could.
Long gone. One of those days, though.
Very happy that we cannot do that anymore, because the games would be pretty boring.
Infinite games, infinite buybacks, and infinite BKBs. We're in a really good place right now. Quinn has a Scythe of Ice queued.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
So that's even more control to be able to handle the Void Spirit, who, you know, he's been one of the struggles, one of the challenges Quincy Crew has been having is dealing with Thompson. So far, it's been focus Sumail, kill him off. Do you think that Seb's and Thompson's build here have been an adaptation to that, knowing that Sumail will be a target? They're building more into the kind of carry builds here, from the Prophet especially.
That's what Nature's Prophet does. He wants to be able to scale. You have a scaling lineup coming out from your off lane as well. Now has like that Witchblade, the Orchid. They want to prolong the team fight. They want to keep them as long as possible. Try to bait one of the big spells. And ET, he finally finished his item. This is what Saksa has been saving for. Aghanim Scepter done, Mask of Madness queued up. I think Fog would be pretty proud about this build that he's going for. Also, like, just max move speed. Phase boots, Wind Lace, and also holding spider legs.
If there's a hero or an item build that shows off EG, it's that right there. Run at you with some big, heavy punches.
Well, we brought EG into this game. I guess you meant OG.
OG, sorry.
Yeah. A lot of Gs. Everything's gaming, esports, e-gamers.
Oh, don't bring e-gamers into this, Lacoste. I've told you about that. Is it smoke time from Quincy? They're all grouping up here. Still quite a long time to wait for the next Roshan. So we'll need some fights.
Monkey King, level 25, full Abyssal Blade. So even if you have a BKB, you're still not gonna be secure. You're not gonna feel safe. And that extra Wukong's command ring, it's great for sieging. Quincy Crew, they don't need to rush anything. Next Roshan will spawn in 2 minutes. So if they can possibly get a pick off, that'd be great. But they're playing for the Roche timing.
Yeah, and there we saw double Eon Disc, Abyssal Blade. Tons of ways to win a team fight for Quincy Crew. N0tail yet again being very pesky. Sneaky bug. In that dire half of the map.
Great itemization from Quincy
Coming in
Sports.
behind.
Those two Eon Discs are going to keep them alive. Here we go.
And there's the Eon Disc already. Nice hit. Second Eon Disc, but they're blowing up. LOA. Thompson gets both supports. Now Quinn. Oh, he's got BKB ready. He's going to have to use it here. He's going to have to run. But no, you are. He's been stunned. A Horn toss back finds N0tail. But a Wukong's command for a Nyx Assassin and losing both supports feels pretty bad for Quincy Crew.
That was such a great execution there from OG. Poking, proccing the Eon Disc, and then going back in again. Thompson using the full combo, and now holding the gem. So that's going to be the big one. They can see Kunkka, they can get the D wards, and their Nyx Assassin can feel a bit more safe going in and initiating from the invis.
Yeah, Thompson the one holding it. There is a high ground ward for Quincy there, though. So he's not gonna spot that just yet. While Leslau sees him perfectly. Knows that Saxa is just behind Thompson. But there's the Horn toss, drag it back in. Thompson will dissimulate and E-Blade and blow him up!
Oh man, this is a classic Thompson play. Gets Horn tossed and still manages to get a kill. Hits level 25, dissimulate stuns for 2 seconds, so that's gonna be very hard. He has an extra ring, also extra damage coming up from the shard.
And it felt like Leslau maybe could have RP'd that, but you're right, Thompson just outplaying him. Now with an Eon Disc of his own. Even more impervious to the Quincy Crew abilities to catch him out. Scythe of Voice done on the Prophet now. Is there someone to play with N0tail down here? Seb is pretty distant. So N0tail's next, just going to try and keep tabs on the Monkey King, see if he jumps across the canopy.
There, he's dead. Yawar knows. He knows something's fishy.
Something's going on down there. MSS is even here. Bring everybody to this. If OG is setting up, we will as well.
Roshan will respawn in a second. There he is. Sumail scouting it out.
Straight into the pit.
They just saw members of Quincy Crew on the bottom lane, while Seb is showing top. Buyback, not available on him, but has a full Scythe of Vice. This road's gonna go down so quickly. Quincy's not gonna be able to respond.
They are nowhere near fast enough. That's a huge grab for OG. Oh, look. Oh, he's a massive golden piggy. Beautiful. And there it is. Roshan falling. OG claiming the prize. Saxa grabbed up by Quinn. X-Mark dragged and the backstab again from Thompson. Forces the supernova, but the Abyssal Blade. Oh no, he's out! You cheeky devil just assimilates away thanks to that Eon Disc.
Yeah, that Eon Disc. Ghost Ship Fleet not hitting anything. They're thinking about going in.
Oh, they got Quinn. He's got no BKB. He's dead. One more touch will secure it, and with no buyback, they'll need the RP. Inside the Wukong, Sumail skewing back. That's a good amount of damage, but MSS, he's been destroyed. Sumail going deep with Thompson. They want LOA with the E-Blade strike, but they can't finish off the Phoenix. Instead, they want the Monkey King slapped up, and a big splitter will rip him in half.
Available, needs to do it.
Has to buy back, and we're in a 3v5 as OG shred their base.
OG did not lose a single hero, Kunkka, since he bought back in the previous fight. He does not have gold. Buyback is available. And Roche, if they want to play this safe, they can go inside the pit.
I mean, they still have 4 minutes left.
They're a bit low on HP.
Sumail going high ground, 3 minutes 40 on the Aegis. They can keep pushing this. They must know.
Dire's middle
Sensing
tower
blood
is
in the
under
water
attack.
now. Quincy Crew, a wounded animal. And OG and the Hunters looking to finish off the kill. Thompson, it's on Lion. They've got you all. And the game one done.
They're calling it. What a turnaround from OG in game number 1.
Middle barracks are under
After a superb lady stage and early game from Quincy Crew, OG pick their moment.
That was a Thompson show. Sumail, they had his number. They shut him down completely. But when it mattered, Thompson managed to pick the team up, play around, go for those risky plays. The classic Thompson show.
Really gorgeous, gorgeous stuff there. Game 1 victory for OG. And in a different fashion to what we've seen them, throughout history, throughout the group stage. This was much